You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we have got your Bold and the Beautiful early edition next week spoilers for July 10th through 14th, 2023. There's action with Sheila Carter again. We've got more stuff with Liam, and we've got a brand new romance kicking off that I think people are going to either love or hate. We're excited to dig into these for you to give you an early glimpse at what's happening next week on your favorite CBS soap opera. Before we dig in, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Bold and the Beautiful updates, news, and spoilers. So the one big departure from the front burner storylines that we've been seeing is the return of Sheila Carter next week. We had just literally been wondering, all right, have they just exited her? Have they quietly killed this storyline and are just shoving it on the back burner and we just haven't noticed? And the same thing kind of goes for the Bill Spencer pursuing Katie Logan storyline. Remember, he had that whole video. He was going to fight Carter for her. They even did a promo and then, nothing. Have you seen Bill fighting Carter? I sure haven't. Whether it's physically or mentally or in a war of words, nothing has happened. But at least they are circling back around to Sheila Carter. Of course, Sheila Carter remains in jail in LA and facing this murder charge for the whole bee thing a million years ago. Kind of strange, but that's bold. So the spoiler is that Sheila gets a welcome surprise. I'm wondering if someone comes to visit her or if for some weird reason Jack Finnegan has decided to take her case or Finn shows up. I don't feel like he would. The space that he's at with Steffi indicates that he shouldn't be showing up to see his mom. But if that secret about Steffi and Liam kissing comes out and Finn is super upset, he might be so unhinged that he goes to see his mom. Why would he go see his mom? I don't know. If Finn is thinking, gosh, I'd like to kill Liam because he keeps fooling around with my wife and I keep forgiving him and I need to stop being so nice. Maybe I need some advice from my biological mom on how to be less nice, or maybe he wants some advice from Sheila on how to rein in homicidal tendencies, because she occasionally does rein herself in. All right, we also see Liam at this pivotal turning point. What's interesting about the stuff going on with Liam Spencer right now for me, and if you listen regularly, you know that I think Liam is a total tool bag, but he got firmly and soundly rejected by Steffi Forrester when he marched over there and was like, oh, my marriage is done with Hope. I'll just get back with Steffi. But Steffi wrote him a harsh reality check that he had to cash immediately and said, look, I want Finn, not you. And I'm over here cheering, you tell him. And she did tell him. And she said, don't do that again. And I already told you once in Rome not to do it again, which we didn't see that conversation, but apparently it happened. And then she tells him, don't do it again. So he goes back over to talk to Hope. Wyatt has told him to try again with Hope. Steffi tells him we're going to see Wyatt talking to him on Wednesday of this current week, the week of July 3rd. And Wyatt's like, you need to fix your marriage. You've got kids, yada, yada, yada. And plus, Liam tries to do the honorable thing and not pursue Hope, even though she's clearly interested in him. And then we've got a couple of spoilers for the week of July 3rd yet to play out, where Liam makes a tough choice and he's in a heartbreaking situation. That's on like Cliffhanger Friday. So clearly that's carrying over. I expect this Liam at a pivotal turning point probably on Monday. And the bottom line is I have no doubt that Liam is going to say this whole thing is a deal breaker. I still want a divorce. And if Hope has wised up, maybe she'll say, you know what? Good. Me too. That's what I'd like to see. I would like to see a second reality check written right in his face where Hope says, you know what? Thomas wouldn't cheat on me. Thomas is loyal. Thomas loves me. Maybe he's crazy. Maybe he's a gaslighter, but he is loyal. So you give him that. Of course, that's like saying a stalker is loyal. But at any rate, I am excited to see Liam on the bubble because if Hope doesn't want him or he walks away from her and Steffi doesn't want him, what's he going to do? He can't function without a woman in his life. I mean, he's going to drive Wyatt and Bill crazy whining to them constantly unless he has got some woman around. So I'm very curious where walking away from Hope is going to leave him emotionally because let's face it, he's just he's a weak waffler. And with nothing to waffle between, what does a waffle boy do? I guess we're going to find out the week of July 10th through 14th. Before we dig into this very last spoiler for next week, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Bold and the Beautiful updates, and click a like if you're enjoying this video. All right, so the last spoiler is one couple begins as another couple ends. Doing the calculus on this, it sure seems like the couple ending is Liam and Hope, and the new couple is Thomas and Hope. Ridge and Brooke are already together, so it doesn't make sense them being the new couple. I mean, they could introduce rapidly RJ's love interest, but that would seem random, and there's not enough room in these half-hour shows to introduce a new storyline right now. Even if Steffi wound up in trouble with Finn by next week, their marriage isn't going to be over. I don't think. I think she's going to give it a fighting chance, do all she can to keep him. So I still suspect this is the end of Liam and Hope and the start of Hope and Thomas. And I know people are torn. Half the people are like, yay, Thomas and Hope. And other people are like, ooh, he's an abusive gaslighter. But they've turned Liam into such a monster lately, having him just be verbally and psychologically abusive, that I think they're trying to equalize the playing field, so when people look at them, they go, oh, well, Thomas is awful, but so is Liam. And at the same time, they have been trying to elevate Thomas as like this changed new man who's not doing all this stuff. So they were trying to elevate him, but I think the writers were like, but let's go ahead and let's crush Liam down in the dirt too, so that there'll be a level playing field. I'm excited to see if fans that were not willing to accept Thomas and Hope become more willing to accept them after Liam is so outrageously unforgiving and walks away from her. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let us know.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.